You ever feel like you're just spinning your wheels? Like you set these big goals, you're working your tail off, but you're just not getting where you want to go? Well, what if I told you the problem isn't your goals at all? What if it's your systems? See, we're going to dig into this really powerful idea today, that your whole life, pretty much, is run by just 3 systems. And chances are you're living on the default settings, the ones you never actually chose for yourself. So let's get into it.
This right here, this quote from James Clear, it is the absolute foundation for everything we're talking about. I mean, think about it. If you want to lose weight, your goal is just some number, right? But your system, that's what you eat every single day. It's whether or not you actually get up and move. You focus on the system, and guess what? The results just happen. And that same idea holds true for your money, your time, your whole career. So let's just get real for a minute. Ask yourself this. Are you the architect of your own life? Or are you just kind of living in a house that someone else built? Because if you're working a 9 to 5, man, it is so easy to feel like you're not in the driver's seat. Your time, your money, even your best energy, it all belongs to your job, right? But here's the thing, it does not have to be that way. Not at all. We're going to talk about how you can grab the controls back.
All right, first up, system number 1, the money system. And I really want you to catch the wording here because it's important. We're not talking about just earning money. That's passive. That just happens to you. We are talking about actively building a money system. See the difference? It's proactive, it's intentional. And honestly, it's the real difference between just collecting a paycheck and truly building wealth. Sound familiar? The money comes in, and poof, it's gone. You're not even sure where it went. This is that classic paycheck-to-paycheck hamster wheel. You're running and running and running, but the scenery never changes. It's so frustrating. And yeah, it can feel kind of hopeless. But listen, I'm telling you, there is a way off that wheel. And it all starts by designing a real system for your money.
Okay, so how do you actually build this thing? Well, it breaks down into 3 simple layers. First up is the flow. This is where you give every single dollar a job to do, before you even get paid. It's like setting up a GPS for your cash. Next, you build the shield. This is your financial defense system, right? It protects your foundation, your savings, it helps you crush debt. And finally, you fire up the growth engine. This is the exciting part. This is where your money starts working harder for you than you do for it.
And this is maybe the biggest takeaway for the whole money system. The point isn't just to get rich, it's to buy back your own time. Seriously, what would you do with an extra 10, maybe 20 hours a week? What could you build? That's what a great money system gives you. It's not about the dollars in your account. It's about freedom. It's about having the space to actually work on your own dreams.
Okay, so your money system is starting to buy you back some time. Awesome. Now, what are you going to do with it? This brings us to system number 2, the time system. And look, you can always go out and make more money, but time, you can't make more of that. It's gone once you spend it. That's why getting this system right is just non-negotiable. I'm talking directly to you if you're trying to build something on the side. This is your biggest fight right here. You spend all day giving your best, sharpest, most creative energy to someone else's priorities. Then you finally get home and you're just drained. You've got nothing left for your own project. But what if you could flip that? What if your best hours belonged to you? That's the promise of a well-designed time system.
So how do we do it? How do we reclaim those precious hours? Again, 3 steps. Step 1 is the audit. You have to be a detective for just 1 week and find out where your time is actually going. The results might shock you. Then step 2 is the architecture. You stop letting your day happen to you and you start designing it around your own mission. And finally, step 3 is leverage. This is where you get smart. You automate, you delegate, and you just flat out eliminate the stuff that doesn't actually matter.
Look, here's the secret to all of this time stuff. It is not about being more productive or doing more things. It's about being ruthless. It's about deciding what gets your attention and what absolutely does not. You got to be like a bouncer for your own brain. You decide who gets past the velvet rope. Because when you protect your focus, you can pour all that amazing energy into what's actually important to you.
Okay, so you've got your money buying back your time. You've learned how to focus that time like a laser beam. The next big question is, what do you point that laser beam at? And that brings us to our 3rd and final system, the knowledge system. Because let's be honest, we are all drowning in content right now, but we're starving for wisdom we can actually use. Let's change that.
Yeah, you know the feeling. You're reading the articles, you're listening to the podcasts. Hey, you're even watching this right now. You're consuming so much information, but are you actually doing anything with it? Or is it just infotainment, stuff that makes you feel smart and productive without you having to actually, produce anything?
It's such an easy trap to fall into, but there is a way out.
Here's the playbook for turning all that consumption into creation. Step 1, you build a filter. You get super selective about what information you even let in. If it's not related to your mission right now, it doesn't get in. Simple. Step 2, you build a framework. You don't just consume ideas, you organize them into checklists or principles you can actually use. And step 3, the most important one, output. You have to switch from being a consumer to being a creator. Build something, teach someone, write something. That is how knowledge becomes power.
Just think about it like this. Knowledge is a toolbox. You don't need to own every tool ever made, right? You just need the right tool for the job you're doing right now. The goal isn't to collect the most information. The goal is to know just enough of what matters to turn it into something real, something you can be proud of.
Okay, so we've got the money system, the time system, and the knowledge system. But here, this is where the real magic happens. See, these systems aren't separate. They're all connected. They feed into each other, creating this incredible, self-reinforcing cycle of growth. I call it the architect's flywheel. And I'm telling you, once you understand this, it changes everything.
It kicks off with your money. When you get that money system working, it doesn't just give you more dollars, it gives you margin, it gives you breathing room. And that financial freedom, it buys back your time. It gives you the hours you need to stop just surviving and start building.
And what do you do with that time you just bought back? You invest it, not in stocks, but in yourself. You use those hours to build your knowledge system. You learn the skills you need. You become the person who can actually pull off that big dream you have. This is the pivot point.
And here's where we close the loop. All that applied knowledge, the stuff you're building and creating, that generates real value in the world. And when you create value, money follows. That new income from your side project or your new skills, it flows right back into your money system. And the flywheel starts another turn, only this time it's spinning faster. And that is the architect's flywheel. Each system accelerates the others. A better money system buys you time. That extra time builds your knowledge, and that applied knowledge generates more money. It's this incredible upward spiral. It creates compound growth in your life. Seriously, once you get this thing spinning, you become unstoppable.
Okay, that's the theory. But we're not about just consuming information here. Remember, we're about taking action. So I'm not going to let you just click away. It's time to go from watching to building. It's time to become the architect. So here's your official Architect's Challenge.
This is super simple. You can do this literally the second this is over. Step 1. On a scale from 1 to 10, rate yourself on your money system, your time system, and your knowledge system. And be honest, no one's looking. Step 2, find your weakest link. Whichever system got the lowest score, that's your starting point. And step 3, and this is the most important part, make one small change this week. Just one. I'm talking so small it feels silly. So small you can't possibly fail. Just one tiny little step.
And as you do that, I want you to remember this one idea. Small hinges swing big doors. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. That's not how this works. Just focus on that one small hinge this week, because that one small change and the one after that and the one after that, when they compound over time, that's what builds an incredible life, a life that you designed. Now go on, go build something amazing. You can do this.